Good morning. I'm Matt Sanders, Columbia Daily Tribune City Editor. With me is a new face on our videos. This is our county government reporter, Brittany Ruess. She's got a pretty interesting story today about the county getting started on its budget process and some somewhat bad news that commissioners got yesterday and to start things off. So what did they hear?
Yeah, it looks like sales tax revenues are pretty stagnant for the county. The 2016 budget was based on a 3% sales tax growth assumption, and this year's is based on a 1% sales tax growth assumption.
Wow.
So some changes there.
And I believe that they rely on sales tax for, what did you say, 70% of county revenue?
Not sure if it's exactly 70%, but it is a very large majority of the county budget. So a majority of that is dedicated to the Road and Bridge Fund. A lot of sales tax revenue going towards that, about $14.8 million expected in 2017. And then the children and 911 funds will also see similar sales tax revenue from last year.
Okay, so that's a story that we've heard a few times already. The city, when it was going through its budget process recently, had flat sales tax growth and had to do things like temporary hiring freezes, that sort of thing. The state has been hit with low sales tax revenue growth. So this is kind of, in some ways right now, the new normal for local governments, and everybody's trying to deal with doing more with less at this point. Some other stories that we have for you. Speaking of state revenue, Todd Richardson, House Speaker, was in town yesterday talking to the Chamber of Commerce. One of the things he mentioned was the state revenue picture, but he was also, he took a tour of the MU research reactor and talked to officials about the importance of that. And of course, local officials made their plea for some funding for the research reactor. MU has been going after that funding for a few years, and so they're hopeful that maybe this coming session, which starts in January, will they'll be able to get the funding that they're looking for. Of course, we have our complete story on the developments with Kappa Alpha fraternity at the University of Missouri. Alan Berdziak is working on that as we speak. And then we also have, Brittany actually wrote about the first weekend of the deer season too, and chronic wasting disease testing, which is, Boone County is one of the counties where hunters are required to have their deer kills tested for chronic wasting disease. So look for those stories and more later on ColumbiaTribune.com and in our print edition. As always, you can reach us on Facebook, on Twitter, and by email.